We arrived at Zurich airport in the afternoon and took the train to Lauterbrunnen, where we were staying. We grabbed a quick bite at Lucerne station and took it with us on the train. We recommend taking the Lucerne Interlaken Express for scenic views. You can reserve your seats, but the train was fairly empty despite it being in the afternoon. Views on both sides are excellent, but we recommend sitting on the right side if you're departing from Lucerne station. We stayed at Hotel Staubach in Lauterbrunnen. Our room had a balcony and a view of the town and the Staubach Falls. It is a rather small hotel, but it was clean and very accessible to the nearby area. Our stay included free breakfast, which had lots of great locally procured selections, and it was delicious. The breakfast area also had a view of the Staubach Falls. I highly recommend this hotel to anyone planning a visit to the area. We definitely recommend heading out early because there were already a lot of people when we got there at 10 a.m. From Grindelwald train station, we walked to the Grindelwald gondola station. It was a short 10 minutes walk and we got a chance to see the town. The gondola ride took about 30 minutes, so sit tight and enjoy the beautiful views on all sides. When you get to First, take a left to go to the Tissot Cliff Walk. If you go right, you'll end up at the restaurant. More on that later. The cliff walk was spectacular. The views were stunning. Just try not to look down as the drop is quite steep. At the end of the cliff walk, you'll arrive at a restaurant. You'll find lots of people dining here. Despite it being a tourist attraction, the prices were quite reasonable. We didn't decide to eat here. If you're looking for a great location for some photos but trying to avoid the crowd, well, there's actually a nice spot right below the restaurant. For lunch, we decided to stop by a fruit truck in Grindelwald. We ordered some local beers, fried chicken sandwich, and some fries to share. These fries were amazing. I cannot recommend them enough. After lunch, we took the Late Brienz ferry from Interlaken to Iseltwald. We recommend taking first class as it gives you access to the top deck, which has a better view and is less crowded compared to the second class located downstairs. If you purchase the second class Swiss travel pass, you can upgrade your fare to first class. As the ferry pulls towards the pier, you can see at the bottom right part of the screen the pier where they filmed the Korean drama Crash Landing on You. After Iseltwald, we took the funicular to Kulm. There is a restaurant located at the top of Kulm. There is also a viewing deck where you can see both Lake Brienz and Lake Thun. After we got back to Interlaken, it started raining, so we went straight to dinner. We grabbed a pizza and pasta to share. The pizza was delicious. The pasta was okay. We also got some beers and some vegetables. After breakfast, we went to the Stalbach Falls. There is a path that takes you behind the falls. Be careful, it can be quite wet. After Stalbach Falls, we went to Wengen. Wengen is a short train ride from Lauterbrunnen, and it offers a view of the valley which Lauterbrunnen is located. We were a bit unprepared, so it took us a while to find an unobstructed lookout point. In the end, we found a great spot near the Wengen church. After Wengen, we went to Murren via Lauterbrunnen. Murren is located on the other side and it offers a great view of the Alps. We then hiked from Murren to Grimmelwald. It was paved and downhill, so it was super easy. From Grimmelwald, we took the funicular back to Lauterbrunnen. As you can see, the drop is quite steep. When we got back to Lauterbrunnen, we grabbed a quick bite at a kebab restaurant right before heading back to Zurich. When we got to Zurich, it was already dinner time. We grabbed more pasta and pizza. This time around, I think the pasta is actually better than the pizza. We had one day to explore Zurich and we started off with a cup of coffee. Hotels in Zurich were really expensive, so we decided to book a spot outside of the city. We were 2 stops away, so about a 10 minutes commute by train, and it was about half the price of Zurich. Our first stop, Swiss National Museum. We didn't actually go in, but supposedly it houses an impressive collections of paintings, artworks, and collections from Switzerland. Afterwards, we took a walk down the shopping streets of Zurich towards Lindenhof. At Lindenhof, when we got there were already a lots of tourists. Because of where it's located, you can actually get a great view of Zurich. From Lindenhof, we walked towards St. Peter's, which has the largest clock face in Europe. The narrow streets are beautiful and reminds me of Munich. For lunch, we went to a Swiss restaurant. I'll put the name in the video description. It has over 10,000 reviews on Google, and that's probably why there was a long line when we got there. We ordered a beer, an assortment of sausage, and a schnitzel. The gravy for the sausage was delicious, so flavorful. After lunch, we continued walking. First to Fraumeister Church. And there we went to the Limmat River. You can see the Fraumeister Church from afar. We then walked to Lake Zuirich where we hopped on the cruise. There are multiple trips that depart from the same dock. Be careful which one you get on. We were planning to get on the mini one, which is about an hour round trip, but instead we accidentally got on the short lake cruise, which takes about an hour and a half. If you want to go to Lindor, you'll need to get on the short lake cruise, and make sure you book a reservation for the Lindor tour. For dinner, our first stop is Stern Grill. As you can see, it is a popular spot. Don't worry, the line moves pretty quickly. We got 4 sausages, the currywurst, the Singellerwurst, and 2 others. It's a great spot for a quick bite. After the sausages, we decided to walk to our second dinner spot. What's a trip to Switzerland without trying some fondue? Most of the restaurant we found requires each person to get their own portion, which to be honest is a bit much, especially considering I am mildly lactose intolerant. Instead, we were able to find this restaurant inside the Marriott Hotel, which allowed the table to share one portion. The experience was great. This was a good amount of cheese. Definitely recommend if you want to try fondue for a small snack. Next morning, we went back to the same bakery and got some desserts and pastry before we went to catch our flight. Thanks for watching, guys, and that's a wrap. If you made it this far in the video, don't forget to press that like button. Thanks, guys. Until next time, bye!